here.
All right, we're into the game here. Colombia being onto the ball quite a bit faster here than the Slovakian team. Slovakian potentially expecting here to lose the initial swim off and staying in the defense right away. They have two defenders underneath there against Colombia.
Slovakia has played
Now Colombia
yesterday.
moving in. Strong attack here from above. But well defended here by the goalkeeper Andrew Scott. Colombia testing around a bit, swimming left and right.
I guess they're warming up. They're trying to. They're starting the motor. Slovakia lost 6-1 against Spain yesterday. And well, that's
now the attack here. Just a quick push by number 6, Javier Molina.
Javier Perea Molina. I think, please, necesito que me den un consejo. O sea, cuando nosotros hablamos de los apellidos de ustedes, el primero es el que ustedes normalmente nombran, ¿no? Si tienen dos. I'm asking if which is correct family name, because they have two, but normally I think they name the first, I think. So that, because if we have to talk all the 4 names, then...
Yeah, that's going to take a long time. I'm just going to pick the last one, the first one on the sheet.
No, but
or I can just in general pick the third one on the sheet.
No, this is a name. This is a name, family name. Actually,
so it should be
Samuel Gaviria
okay.
is the first one, because that's, I think this is the father family name, this is the mother family name. It's a Spanish tradition, I think. Okay.
Guys, unit name is going to make me crazy.
Let's go back to the game. They're in the surface. Colombia has done the 3rd place in the last championship.
Now very fast attack here on a very lonely goalkeeper.
El 99, Juan José Laverde. He's 20 years old. He's still U21. He won last year with the Colombian U21
that was
team.
Quite the bulldozer here.
I want Darrell to look at this, because he was telling me yesterday, discussing with me, that if they put a lot, of weight and they get very big, they would get slow. And I was telling him that no.
That didn't look very slow to me there.
Yes, I don't think that.
Yeah. You just got to train your legs enough and you're going to be fast.
He's really a very talented young man. Okay. So this Slovakia team is going quite, tested the waters. They're still in the surface. I think it's the first time they participate in a championship.
I don't know if they ever participated. They might have been actually participating on Czechoslovakia back in the days.
Could be. That's right. If any one of the fan club of
there's
Slovakia
number
had
1
that
healing on the basket of the
information,
Slovakians. Federico Londono here.
We have now a fight in the surface. 4 whites and 2 Colombians fighting on the ball on the surface, and now
that ball dropping down immediately to Colombians. But here the miss here, but his Slovakia holding on here, trying to fend off the Colombian squad. Scrumming them up to the surface. It's quite a challenge actually here to scrum against this. Against the Colombians. A very fast pass here. Now the pass underneath to number 4.
We have one of the Colombian behind the defender. Federico is on the side of the
waiting
pool.
here, prowling.
They're defending with 3. Okay, all right.
They're thinking, well, we have a heavy goalkeeper. Let's just have 2 people underneath the basket, waiting for those Colombians to come in.
Well, I mean, let's see if it's effective and keep it up. The Colombians move the ball pretty fast, but they are quite big guys. So if they stay in the way, maybe they can. Look, this has been effective so far. Let's check. It's 11 and 30 seconds of the first half. Now we have a Colombian in the corner. I think that was.
I think there's an injury on the Slovakian side here.
Who?
Jakob Lindner. He might actually need to go to the toilet.
Okay.
No, he's already run out.
Oh, we don't
Jakob
have any more.
Lindner.
Okay. Who was?
I think it's again Juan José Laverde. Here waiting for.
No, it
was on
the
the other side.
We couldn't see. Could have been Federico, but I'm not sure. That
32.
Number 32. Sebastian, and you gonna choose the second name.
Sebastián Giraldo.
Sebastian Giraldo.
Sí. Oh,
So
no,
it's free.
Ochoa, perdona. I was a bit, yeah, sorry, I didn't read. So, 3-0, 4 minutes gone from the first half, and the Slovakian guys are quite, they're not really coming through, they're just being stopped.
They're being stopped immediately by the Colombians here. Colombia regaining the ball,
And
moving
they
immediately for the
counter-attack
Slovakian
immediately.
goal. And going in after the goalkeeper, Samuel Jose Riviera, waiting here to pass. Fast passes.
It's beautiful to see,
Yeah.
you know, how they pass it around quickly. Like there are 4 or 5 on the water right now.
But Slovakia, compared to yesterday, their defenders are in place a lot of the time.
Yes, a lot of
now
the
the pass
teams
into
really
the other
went up.
side, into the exchange of the goalkeeper. And there we go.
Samuel Gaviria. It was a really great pass. It's just, yeah, there was the fin in the middle, but eventually the goalkeeper didn't see it coming really from the back. The game still is not completely fast. I mean, it's still like kind of start with the flow, and the Slovakian guys need to try to see maybe pass the ball a bit deeper, but of course they crash against the Colombian wall. I mean, really, the Colombians are very consequent in the forechecking. They have a lot. They have a great condition,
a very
great
fast
air.
counter-attack here
Look
again.
at that speed, Javier Perea, el caleño. A ver. And that was
couldn't pass pushing in the first time, but
good saving. I mean,
now picking up the ball here, trying to
really
go out. Number 15, recovering Joseph Shisnai.
We can see they're fighting in the surface now, and
there's a bit of a scrum to the right side, trying to push them out of bounds.
Free throw for Colombia, 3 meters away. So here they're coming back to 3 again.
At the basket, Federico Lononier,
and he
pushing out and
from
scoring immediately from the open side. Yes, well done here by Colombia.
I think assist by Samuel. No, the number 4 was Daniel Arias, and I couldn't see who was on the other side. It's 3. It's beautiful to see how they, you know, they are like, they look like mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And also the way they big. Yeah,
coming
swarm
in.
of mosquitoes. Yeah.
You know what we're going to do after this game?
What?
Go up to the Colombians and let them check out the names they want to have called when they score. For my sake.
I know a few of them, but we can ask for the rest. A lot of them they call each other by the family
use the
name,
correct
and
name.
Some use you know a nickname. We have now someone there in the surface, and who catch the ball? Number 90, Rember.
Fast counter-attack here.
Faster. I'm sorry, the theory of Darrell that they get slower because they grew in size is not really working.
That might be a myth.
Yep, now
You just have to grow exponentially with the leg muscles and then you're good to go.
Escobar is coming from the left, Samuel is in the middle, and who scored? I think the other one.
And right, number 97, Hector Escobar.
Hector Escobar, correcto.
Ah.
Sí. They're aggressive, they know what they're doing, but they're super fair. I really like the Colombian way, and that was mentioned right now in the chat as well. We have some of the Slovakian fans as well here, but it's just 2 or 3, and the Colombians take over.
Colombians taking over the chat.
566.
Big shout out there to all the Colombian community watching. What point in time is it actually in Colombia?
Colombia, I think, in some parts is -7 and -8. A ver, chicos, ¿qué hora es en Colombia? ¿Son 8 horas menos o 7 horas menos? Depende que, I mean, depending which
region.
because they
Yeah.
have 2 time
Just
zones,
here.
I believe. Así que it could
Like
be
US America.
10 or 11. Son las 10 a las 11 de la mañana. ¿Quién me puede informar? Perdón que no me están dejando hablar ahora que tienen una pausa. Estamos viendo que los chicos de Colombia que lo están dominando el juego vienen de un tercer puesto del Mundial de Cali. Y bueno, Eslovaquia es el primer mundial que juegan. Entonces, bueno, no se compara la experiencia, así que Colombia va a poder quizás practicar diferentes tácticas y ver, los vimos venir en contraataques día 2, día 3 y ahora tengo que cambiar al inglés de nuevo. All right, we have now the ball recovered by the Colombian team and Diego Gómez got it, pass it to El Caleño, and now Federico is right behind trying to get it, got it, and swim toward the basket, pass it to the right. I couldn't see who was there, and I think Oviedo got it. No, yeah, Oviedo, the captain, and the Slovakian guys they're defending with 4, and they recovered the ball. I mean, great.
But if it's
tactic.
working out for them, I mean,
of course.
whatever floats their boat here. If you're playing Colombia, do whatever is necessary to hold on to as little points, a few points as possible.
Look, 11.
Yeah.
There's no 2.
You guys are very
time.
exact there in Colombia.
Thank you. That's just 1 time zone. So, okay, thank you for that. I thought it was 2. Okay, let's see. They're coming always at least 3 of the Colombians.
But Andres got here just
the
clutching onto the ball and swimming
that's
outwards.
number 23.
Oh, now he's standing on the step now. The ball.
Andres Cota.
No, the referee is not even calling it.
Well, but they're doing a great job. I mean, really, it's...
I mean, they're holding on to the ball. The Colombians are trying
and
to
they're concentrating in defense, you know, and being there in position. But Colombia's super fast.
Nice move here. Federico Rondon here. Quick pass to the other side. Attacker shoving away the goalkeeper.
Goal from...
Number 2.
Itay, no?
Jorge Franco.
Score by player number 2.
Pacho. I tell you who exactly. That's the one that designed our T-shirts from Guasabro.
Like this?
Pacho. No, with CH. But it's okay if it works out for you. I mean, you have a different phonetic.
That's
good.
okay.
Exactly, it's good. Pacho. Okay.
All right then.
Now we have. Oh, it's hiding a little bit the ball but the Colombian saw it. It was seen. No, put it on the side, like. But it was
trying to
seen.
spin around the Colombians.
And the Colombians don't let them pass the middle. No? I mean, it's really it's like a war, and the Slovakian.
But very disciplined here, with only going with 1 or 2 players, and now Samuel, they are losing his patience and going in together. Now, shove here onto the goalkeeper. Oh yeah, just
and Rember scored from above. Number 90 against 3. Yes. Juan José Laverde and
just 9 minutes
Exor
into the halftime here.
Just were there trying to support in case the ball went off, but Rember achieved the goal. We have 8-0, but it's a great score. Look, it's almost 1 goal per minute. I mean, again, yesterday they had lost
5-1,
6-1 with Spain.
Ball over water.
Ball above the surface. Blue free throw here.
Ball over the water.
Ball over the water. That's an infraction. And now we have the Colombian team in attack again. 32 is Sebastián Ochoa. El Caleño is there with the ball, and now it's passing it back to Federico. Federico is passing to the right. Couldn't see who was swimming there. Number 4, that's Celis, I believe. No,
behind the back, and there a quick shot.
Arias, perdón, Daniel Arias. Sí.
Jorge Franco here with the execution. Pacho. Swooping in, pushing onto the goalkeeper, shoving the ball in.
And they are so precise in the technique. as well. One of the top teams here that are coming to win gold. Up there with the Germans, the Danish team, the Norwegian team. Who else do you think have a... The Swedish team,
Portal,
maybe?
maybe the Swedes. They have to go by Austria first. Yeah, we'll see who's coming up in the group stages here at the World Championship. Now, back again, quick pass there onto
Federico, I
the other
believe.
side. Federico trying with him, but couldn't
Wow,
quite put the ball
great
in.
save.
Recovery here
From
again by
number
Joseph
15.
Chesnay,
Yeah.
but back into the hands of Samuel Jose.
Samu, as you can say Samu to him.
Quick passes downwards in the corner, but well done here by
Great save,
Slovakia to hold on to the ball. But yet again, those fast passes by the Colombians. Was trying to just shove it underneath the leg. There's no goalkeeper up there, but the ball
Great
floating
save.
around
Yes.
and being pushed around the basket.
The number 24 was trying to save. I mean, that's Jan Slacic.
Jan Slacic here trying to move the ball outwards, but yet again in the hands of the Colombian team. That was kicking here by the goalkeeper, most certainly, but Colombia
Well,
they are
but
very unimpressed.
No, they are very... In Colombia, they do that kind of kicking. They have
Okay.
some troubles in Champions Cup because...
So
they're used to that. They call it aletear. They don't call it kicking, and yeah, it's a discussion we have every year. Okay,
gentle shoving
Samu,
with the
goal
legs.
by Samu, the coach of the Colombian and the Orcas as well, of both.
Blue score by player number 11.
We have 10-0 and a little less than 4 minutes left in this first half. The number 12 is Rastislav Piovarchi, trying to bring the ball over the half. I haven't seen the Slovakian team go over the half, really, but they are concentrating in defending. Sometimes they are defending the goalie with 3 or 4 players.
pushing
And now
the
they're
ball
pushing
forward.
the whole... Yeah, well, you know, whatever
call
works,
that
let's
referee.
see.
You want to do some crazy bet if Slovakia is scoring 1 goal against Colombia?
White free throw.
Loden too focused on the chat.
I'm checking just what they're saying. They're asking. It really it goes on fire with the Colombian. Sometimes they chat among themselves. It's just funny.
As it, you want
600.
to go for a crazy bet if Slovakia is scoring 1 goal against the Colombians?
What happened? What?
You're going to go for a crazy bet if the Slovakians are scoring 1 goal against the Colombians?
Let's go for it. I don't think it will happen, but
It
if
doesn't
you-
matter.
But it's great. Yeah. Let's see.
If the lead
Daniel got the ball and is going a counter-attack and is being supported
very
by
fast counter taking the
Pacho,
ball,
and I didn't see the
shoving
other
the ball
one.
just onto the defender, but recovered here by Slovakia again. The Slovakians a bit paranoid here to be attacked by the Colombians immediately.
Paranoid? What do you mean? They...
He was clutching onto the ball rather than moving with the ball
Okay.
and trying to get outward.
Well, it might be overwhelming. I mean,
Colombia moving in, if they see the opportunity, trying to put the ball onto their basket. Slovakia recovering the ball.
we have all of
Immediately
the
trying
5
to
players
go out.
underwater.
Now, that's what I meant. Scotia here, having 2 players taking. There was the
Oh, what a
quick
pity!
drop.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
he
was
had done
just
such a...
No, he was moving out of the playing areas. He was dropping the ball downwards.
Okay.
Didn't have anyone to pass to.
And okay, they saved the basket. It was empty for a minute there, but they recovered it just on time to stop the goal
Yep.
for being a score. Now we have a surfeit, but one of the Colombians just recovered the ball. It's passing. I think that's Juan José Laverde.
Yeah. He's
And
moving-
passing
with
to
a fast pass
Federico.
forward. Now
Passing
they're playing,
to
circling the ball around. Oh, ho, ho.
Pacho, I believe, was that. And
No,
score by...
it was Juan.
No,
Laverde.
from above. Laverde was the
it
one,
was Laverde,
again, that
number 99,
you stay there.
goalkeeper.
Because I couldn't see it.
Score by player number 99.
Ah, yeah,
Yep.
look at that, yeah.
And it was
I just
punch.
wow. But you see, he passed the ball in a little hole like that, and he never touched the head of the goalie. That
If
was
there
not
is no hole, you create the hole.
exactly. Ah. Ist wirklich.
Slovakia back here, trying to keep possession of the ball, but Samuel also here doesn't let them have the ball. Circling him around the head of the Slovakian player. Ooh, missed pickup. Now the quick
Oh, the
passes
goalkeeper.
moving around the
Wow,
ball.
great
around
saving.
The
You
goalkeeper
turn
just
around.
getting
Yes.
in position just in time here, so they don't get scored onto.
Despacho? Some of them I can recognize. No, 37. That's Diego Gomez. Diego, okay.
Look how similar in the dresses.
Hector. They're passing, it just gets dizzy, but the Slovakian team, look, they have 5 underwater. The problem is you have 5 underwaters, eventually you will have
There's
one.
one underwater.
Let's see if they can, well, today with the Turkish
Ooh,
team,
nice
with the
move
women,
here
wow,
from Anna
great,
Scott, yeah,
fantastic,
recovering the ball.
recovering. Because it's
Oh.
one of the things that the Colombian don't really
They don't
hold
onto
it.
the ball,
No, they
wanna
just,
circle around.
yeah,
and
they're circling around, they have it very light in their hand.
very
Something
quick game
happened?
here.
There are too many players in the water.
Ah,
2
that's
minutes.
what,
Ah,
there were,
There was too many players in the water. 2 minutes.
there's
there's a 2-minute penalty.
2 minutes penalty because they had more people than 6 in the water, apparently.
Too many players.
They can, I mean, they're asking for anybody, they get 2 minutes out. Normally you get one of the attackers out, so you keep the defenders and the goalkeepers. The referee is
There should
counting.
be 6 in the land.
That's
No,
to be
we are.
6. There has to be 5 in the water. Now they're going to be playing 2 minutes with 5 in the water.
No, I don't think
And
they're going to play 2 minutes before they're
No,
talking
well,
about
well, in the theory, and change the
theory.
reglement, the theory. And then the moment
Yeah,
the
there's
Colombians that are already
Colombian player
lying,
on the Slovakian basket.
the moment they
Move the ball
score,
through,
now they can
and
play with
he's
6.
back in.
It was probably 4 seconds, yeah. It's okay, I mean,
That's the power play. Nice gesture here by Colombia to score as quickly as they did. And 22 seconds left in first half. 12-0 here for Colombia.
12-0. How many? It's 22 seconds from the first half. It's less than a goal for per minute. That's really
It's really
great.
nice
Yeah, I mean,
result here for the Slovakian team.
we have seen yesterday Colombia playing. Let me check. When they play against Canada, they made 29-0. So
Yep.
now we have Sebastián Ochoa. And the end of the first half, 5 minutes. Time to change sides.
Yeah. So an expected game here.
You have
between Colombia and
609,
Slovakia.
and I can tell you
609.
300 of them are
It's like
Colombian.
607 of them
Yeah,
are Colombians.
Colombian.
Maybe 605 and one Spanish guy.
Because we have had like between 350 and 400 of the advertisements coming up. We shut up. right. We
I
were
got
looking
schooled
into
again on names here by Lorena.
because some of the Colombian players have 2 forenames and 2 family names, and for someone that is not your mother tongue, it can be confusing. What's the name? What is the family name? So I was telling Thomas. Okay, so I guess everyone is really enjoying this game in terms
I
of.
notice someone typing now.
We see Samuel, the coach, giving them directions. They're probably trying to practice some tactical,
Maybe they're going to practice
figures.
some moves or some
Yeah.
specific details here. You might not know.
Let's see if they can find a way of maybe go around the defending that the Slovakian guys are doing.
They
There
might
with
practice
4.
some certain moves of goal
Maybe
scoring
yeah.
or some certain
Move
attack
the
moves
ball
here. Some certain
quickly.
ways of moving the ball around players. We've seen quite a lot of passes here trying to bounce the ball underneath the legs of the defender. So, but yeah, Colombia here clearly being the dominating team.
Yes, I
which
mean,
was
and
highly expected.
because also they have a different way of playing rugby if you compare with European style, and it's really it's a beautiful way of playing. I mean, they are, because the thing is, you know, since when they started, they were like smaller and thinner. The way of going around big guys like the Slovakian
In the
guys
beginning
or
they
the
were just
German,
quick,
they had
quite
to
strong,
be quick,
but really quick.
and
now
now
they're strong and quick.
exactly. And you know, they grew, and now they have all of the qualities, so that they got much more dangerous. You know, when in the academy 2 years ago, Samuel explained to us they had at that time 500 kilos less in water than, for instance, compared to the Norwegian team. And he said they were missing 6 people in terms of weight. And that was
now
very...
they put it all back on here.
Yeah, because that was really... that was a disadvantage.
The size and the strength advantage of the Norwegians was what's actually causing them to lose the Champions Cup a couple of years.
Yeah. So we have...
So they had to eat a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And they're now quick. They have their tactic, and they have now a little bit more of body mass, and they can put up with these big European guys. So let's see, 20 seconds to go. 12-0. Thomas here is saying that, betting that the Slovakian team is going to score at least 1 score. Let's see what happened. That against Germany, I mean, that was the Czech team.
Yeah,
that
Czech scored against Germany once.
Exactly.
Lucky punch going through there. Maybe the Colombians did hear me and they're going to let one in.
No, they don't like to get scored. Yeah.
No. They like the 0 on the scoreboard.
Okay, here we go. Second half, and the Colombians have the ball. Héctor Escobar.
Starting out straight to the Slovakian goal here as fast as they can. Moving in. Julio Lopez here waiting on the right side of the basket. And a quick pass to the right. And shovel pass back, and ball
they
flowing left and right.
I mean, how they play the ball is
and their passes are incredibly fast
and precise and quick.
Yeah. And precise passes in World Rugby are a strength issue mainly.
Yes.
I mean, you have to know how to receive them, but in shooting a straight and strong pass, it's increasingly easy if you're stronger.
Yes, if you have the body mass. I mean, like they're having now. Héctor Escobar going with the ball, passing it, and there we have Diaz Camilo, the photographer, passing it farther to
2 defenders underneath the basket here, waiting for the Colombians.
Carlos Quintero. No, say Julio. That's the Julio. They say the ugly that they told me the story. That's unfair, because there was another Julio that was a model, so that was the beautiful one, the handsome one. Anyway, that's nice. Some nice facts, you know, trivia. We have now the Slovakian team doing a great. Really, I mean, I'm surprised in a positive way that we have now. They're like static a little bit in the corner. They pass the ball. it takes them some work to score. I mean, the Slovakia team and
Yeah, they're
number
pushing him out
3
now.
now, Jakub Linder is holding that ball, and the
pushing him
Colombians
out of
are
bounds.
pushing him out of the. You know, I do that a lot too, and people hate it.
If you're stronger, you just do it. It's
Yeah,
easy.
because
It's an
it's
easy way to
easy than
get
a
ball
third
into your
fetus,
team,
yes,
and
yes,
you're
yeah.
allowed
And
to
then
move up to the
sometimes say,
middle.
"Oh, this is unsportive," and
No,
I'm
it's
like,
not.
"No,
It's
I mentioned
tactic.
exactly
Yeah.
it's tactic."
Get stronger. Swim against me.
And that was a score. Who got it?
Blue score by player number 99.
99, Juan José Laverde. I was asking him because I was not sure if he still was U21, and he's 20. He will turn 21 in next year. Okay. Colombia here on the way. The Slovakian team with the ball. Number 78, Michel Linda. And the ball got into possession of the end. Oh, was very well saved. I mean, almost a score. They was just thrown by the Colombian into the empty basket, and the goalie just recovered it.
Behind the back.
Yeah.
Out of the wrist, just with a wrist move.
That was Pacho.
For about a meter here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he made it against a bit of the shoulder, but the head got pushed a little bit. No, the goal now coming up. Look,
yeah, I think it might have been a push with the ball
he
against
went
the head
with
here. Yeah, he went in against the back of the head, which is quite accepted in the men's games.
But the head is I mean, it's like in a grey area
The
because
rules say one thing, the practice sometimes differs a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a call by the referee. Free throw against Slovakia. Ball above the surface.
Free throw for Colombia now. Rember.
Ball over water.
Ball over water.
Water.
Yeah. Ball above the surface.
You have never seen it?
Referee banter.
Just teaching some.
Never saw the sign for ball above the surface.
So now we are on the basket of the Slovakian team, and now they're fighting the surface. The goalie is in position. Rember got the ball and is trying to score and pass it down
to
the
back of the goalkeeper.
97,
well done
I think,
here.
to Hector Escobar. That was on the other side. I think it was 97. Yeah, and they really
moving in.
That was the captain.
Getting the neck hold here,
and the
trying to pull away, but Andrew Scott here, quite a big guy, but he's moving away in the end, and then second goalkeeper couldn't defend against the push onto his back, and here an easy score for the Colombians.
So we have Razislav Piovarchi swimming towards this half and
quick interception
just
of the ball.
Yeah, and we have the Colombians countering back towards. But you know, they're in position. They're already waiting for them. It's exhausting to have to go back after you just move few meters, right? And they haven't doing it consistently.
Strong attack onto the back of the
number 7,
defenders even sitting
Manuel
underneath.
Celis.
No chance here.
White free throw.
Okay, that was not. It didn't count. I didn't see what was the fault. Did you realize what was it? Let's see.
Fair to me. Maybe he held on to the ring a bit, or he used the ring as an anchor point in some way or shape or form.
We have now the ball. The Slovakian team has the possession of the ball and is fighting in the surface to keep it. Juan José Laverde is trying to recover. And number 9,
they're pushing him out again.
Tibor Barnard.
Yeah, again out of bounds.
And they're trying to push him out of the field. And I think now they might, but I think free throw, yes, for Colombia.
2 quick passes immediately on the way to the Slovakian goal, but a quick hold there on the leg. Colombian players coming in from above.
We have 3 Colombians, but we have 4 Slovakian protecting the goalie. 15-0, 10 minutes, yep.
Waiting, but the pass, nice, quick twisting passes here. Juan José Laverde.
We have Samuel Gaviria
here.
Federico just recovered the ball. Sebastian,
Joya here.
and we have number 7, Manuel Celis on this side, and that's Cias, Camilo, I think.
Again, Federico Rodano.
The problem is now they all have a bar, so I confuse them. In the past, normally Camilo had the bar, but now a lot of them have the bar.
Oh, okay.
Juan
Again, nice
José La
back here,
Verde, and
Juan
you
José.
see,
Explosiveness here underneath the back of the goalkeeper.
Blue score by player number 99.
Just moving in, waiting a bit of distance, then pushing onto the ground. He lost contact with the ball for a quick split second there, but recovered it and
yes,
shoved it back in.
I mean, the thing is with the Colombian game is they play still with speed. Of course, the strength and when they do the score, but otherwise they don't use a lot of brutal force to. It's more they intercept the balls, they move quickly.
The thing about brutal force is when you play against them and an opponent is really strong, if you are a weaker team, exorbitant amount of strength inequality can feel quite brutal to you, because the amount of pressure and strength they're applying, your body is just not used to it. So I think it's not brutal in the sense that they're punching or trying to move in.
No. I don't say negatively. I'm saying like with a lot of strength.
Yeah.
Because if you compare, for instance, the game of the Danish,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. They have more this kind of raw strength, you know,
yeah.
and they are more soft.
They're trying to do it more elegantly.
More elegant, exactly.
Still,
but it's
still the
fair.
elegance.
Yes,
yeah. But still this elegance at some point. It looks smooth.
But it's
But it's a mixture between strength and elegance there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, they even have the time.
Gotcha.
God. Who was it? ¿Quién acaba de hacer el? A ver. Sí, I couldn't see who was it.
White timeout.
Héctor.
White timeout
It was
here.
Héctor,
Was
yeah, Héctor Escobar, yeah. Gracias. The interactive. You just need to ask in the right language. That's in Spanish, please. No, it's okay. We're trying to transmit, in English for everybody, because we cannot provide, for instance, we cannot provide the comments in Slovakian, so it's a little bit unfair. So we try to keep as fair as we can.
But Lorena has 3 sentences.
A game, exactly.
A game, and she used up 2 of them already and she's
so
keeping those sentences as long as she possibly can.
What happened?
Okay, timeout is over now. Okay, Colombia just told us to watch the tactics. They're going to do something specific now.
Okay, I'm back.
Right, moving in there.
They were coming 4 from that left side of the. But I
Good pass
couldn't.
here. Are you just pressing left and right here on the goal? No, just went in for the score. Yeah, quick bouncing passes like a flipper machine. It's one.
It's
going
difficult.
left and right.
It's difficult to see the whole move because
Yeah.
we just got it in the middle, so we could not really. I will ask them later
Yeah.
and let you know what they were doing there. (18-0), but the Slovakian team is really defending amazing if you compare the expertise, the experience, and yeah, the training conditions of the Colombian team. They train 6 times a week.
Yeah.
So
And they
it's
train
really good.
very explicitly and very specific things.
yeah,
rather
very,
than
very,
just
very.
playing on a water rugby. So they're very well prepared here for this World Championship. The 11th World Championship 2019 here in Graz, Austria, to be exact.
Okay, and again, that is Hector again, 97. Hector
Hector
Escobar,
Escobar.
that even, you know, sends greetings to the camera when he scores. It's beautiful to see the how
motion.
fast the motion, the reaction, you know, the
Yeah, there's still some air left.
they are saying they don't train, they do whatever they do.
Yeah, that's what they want to make us believe.
They just fool around. This is what they're saying. That's unfair. You can see it in the water. This does not really happen just because. So Sebastián Ochoa with the ball. We have.
That's like scoring on 100% on a test and then saying you didn't study.
We have 3 Slovakian, 4 defending. Great job from the defense of the Slovakian team.
I think they're just trying to block the way
Yes,
in onto
yes,
the goal.
yes,
but
yes,
yeah,
yes.
quick
And now
motion here by
Juan José
Laverde.
Laverde. You see, so talented. You know that little hole you have, next to your neck and your head. That if you are not with all your shoulder on the rim,
ring,
then if
you're
he
done.
sees there like a little hole, there it is. And he just
And
pushes.
You gotta be honest, the goalkeeper is not a small guy.
No.
He's about 125 kilograms or something like that. So
They have
he's
this.
just shoving him away with one arm. Slovakia here pushing into the side of Colombia. I think it's the first time they've gotten this far.
They're asking me how heavy is the 99 Juan José Laverde. I think that's all classified information. We did not get how heavy they are. But he's not heavier than any of the Slovakian guys. I mean, come on, look at. I mean, well, a little bit probably. No.
Now
Here we
fast
come.
counter attack here on the Slovakian basket. Ball dropped down.
Hector coming over the
Oh, no.
right, and then we have Oviedo and
Oviedo.
the captain just score. And here Simon Diaz Duque says he weighed 110
Yeah.
kilos.
I think it should be about right. He's a buff dude.
Yeah, 615.
In the chat.
No, yeah, well, watching. We have, look, the Slovakian are below the one goal per
Yeah,
minute, and is
for the Colombians calling me out there for spelling Colombia with an U in German, and pretty much every European language you spell it Colombian with a
yeah,
U.
yeah.
So we're very sorry, Colombians. In our language it's a bit different.
Okay, so we have now a counterattack. 3 of the Colombian teams are moving the ball around, but the Slovakian team has found a way of defending with 2, so making it difficult for them, blocking as much as they can. The problem is that the Colombians have a style of coming at a half a height. I mean, they come where the rim is. So not really below, not really on the top, and they can also score from that angle. And normally something, at least in Germany, we don't really train that much. It's rather an exception. But in Colombia, they train that on purpose. So they come off all the altitudes, and it's just complicated. And for Abu Ball again, that I think was
Julio Lopez.
Sí, Julio. If you never play against Colombia, it's very difficult to react to their game because it's so fast, and the movement of the ball. Because I believe that Slovakia is probably much used to play with strength. You know, it's just like the way of the Austrian, the way of a German, the Enrant. I mean, of course speed, but more strength. I think you understand what I mean. And the Colombian way is nothing really like that, and so it can be really. How you say, it makes you dizzy, really, somehow.
Yeah, they're trying to outplay the opponents. Not just physically, but yeah, make them dizzy. Just being faster than them, circling them, shifting from one side to another, creating opportunities by confusing defenders. You can see the defenders being confused, not knowing where the ball is quite a lot of the time.
We have, I mean, the Slovakian team consistently try to be with at least 3 people on the water, sometimes 4. And even that, they just score. They move the goalie because they came at the, the rim
Half
height.
height. Just push onto the goalkeeper straight away. And ball is in.
Four minutes to go, 23-0. But a great result for Slovakia. Again, first championship for them. The 23 now is trying with the back. I mean, he's trying different pass it to the
backwards.
back, and then now they are 3 meters away from their goalie, and still they recover the ball. And now we have 2 of the Colombians and 4 of the Slovakian trying to recover. They manage, but you have already all of the Colombian players on top, and they just recover the ball. I think that's Julio. He has long hair. And number 30, Juan Carlos Quinteros. Now they're trying to attack from above, and I couldn't see the number.
Blue score by 32.
32, Sebastián Ochoa. You know, they practice this attack from the bottom. They also gave like a workshop in the academy. I don't remember if you were there.
Yep.
And explained the dynamic, the biomechanic, because Samuel, the coach, is a biomechanic professor at university, so use every year their students to try different things biomechanically and analyze different things. So first they research which was the most done attack, or the most, let's say, which attack the all players in Colombia score mostly. And then the result was that it was this attack from the bottom. And then they
the goalkeeper.
exactly. And then they start analyzing biomechanically, and they start making it how what is the, how you say, to perfection the movement.
Perfect movement, the perfect pattern.
Exactly. How
underneath the goal. How do you
where
position,
you
where do you
supposed
place the ball, where do you have
exactly
the most
exactly
the most force going into
exactly
the
the
attack,
vectors and everything they analyze. So
having the proper angle.
and there's 2 papers. The one deciding that that's the most used and the most successful attack way of attack, the more common and the more successful, because that's what the people said. And then how to do it in the perfect way. And since then, that's what she said. They have improved the score they do for, I don't know, 30-40%. So they have the numbers. You know, it's not just try and error. That's what we used to in our sport. They're doing really research, and they have the videos of. They analyze from all the players how they're doing the movement, and so to show how they're supposed to be doing it, and practice hours to go. And I think it's the only team doing this. Well, great saving, yes.
Nice save there.
Yeah.
We just trying to carefully
For
put
number
the ball
8.
into the basket.
Lubomir Schuster, I think.
Lubomir, yeah. Lubov.
Oviedo with the ball, passing it to the left. I think, couldn't see, 91. No.
Number
There's no
78 here, Michael Lindner trying to push himself away from the basket. Already stopped by 2 Colombians. Yet again, going in again. Andres got, a very nice move here by Hector Escobar. Grabbing one side of the goalkeeper and then spinning around onto the other.
And you know, also one progress that I've seen in the team is, in the past you would have a few key players, like every team does, and those were normally the scorer. But right now, I would say
Everyone is dangerous.
80%. Everyone is
Everyone is
dangerous,
dangerous.
and 90% is extremely dangerous. So it's amazing that they have that homogeneity in the team. That is like every team dreams of. Because sometimes in a team when you don't have that key player or the other key player, then the
Yeah,
whole
as soon as you're
game
missing one
collapse. Yes.
Your game plan is over.
Yeah.
You saw it was quite visible here with the Danish team in the morning against the Austrian women. When they played, they only had 3 or 4 key players going in for the basket. The other
Yeah.
ones pretty much never attacked,
Yeah.
just recovering the ball. And in the end, it wasn't enough to stop them, whilst the Austrians had pretty much everyone going forward, everyone moving in.
Yeah, that makes really a big difference. Of course, you still maybe have the one player that's a key player emotionally and mentally, so the team feels they're there. You know what I mean? But
Like
in
the
terms of
Colombian team
ability and skills,
it's like the Colombian team without Samuel, possibly.
exactly.
Potentially.
Samuel, I would say so too. But then skills-wise,
Yeah. But it's one who keeps the morale going. Yep, and there we go. That's the end of the game.
25-0.
25-0 here. Colombia against Slovakia.
And to which team? Did we interview Colombia already, or
think
we
so.
do Slovakia? I
We had
think
Slovakia. I had
yeah.
Anders got here yesterday after the first game, so I think we can go for
Okay, I
Colombia
can go for Colombia quickly and see, because maybe I can talk to but okay, yeah, I will ask.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from me today. It's my last game. I'm really handing over to Wolfgang now, who's going to pick up the last games of the day together with Lorena.
Started the first games and pick up the last games. Survivors. Thomas, can you help me with the anthem and the?
Yes, of course I will.
And then you're free to go to do
I
whatever
must stay
you.
anyways.
Ah, okay.
Got some Norwegians asking me for the team pictures, so I got to prepare those and
All
put them
right.
up.
So Adrian Breitenbach says, great defending by Slovakia, but not enough for the Colombian machine. Totally right. Slovakia did a very good game. I watched it also in the
Colombian steam
background.
train just rolling over.
Yeah. It was
Passing
like
by, saying choo-choo, and
amazing, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's not only effective or brutal, but it's super elegant, fast, amazing. What are they doing now? They want to have a group picture, or?
potentially, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, I think they want to have a picture together with the Colombian guys.
I'll go out and take the picture too, if you allow me to, Thomas.
Oh,
Thank
of
you.
course. I'll keep the position here. Chat is busy anyways. Yeah, Buena Colombia. Yeah, that's right, Chat. Colombians having a very great team here. A nice picture here between the Slovakians and the Colombians. Quite sadly, we can't see it on the live stream right now because we've already up the next game up here. Happy faces on both sides. And doing the Norwegian chant in the end to have a little bit of fun here. Yeah. Big shout out here to the Colombian team. Very well played. And yes, Slovakia holding on here quite well against the Colombian. Picking up the defense. I mean, now
All right,
here
so
with
I
Samuel
have
Jose.
here Samuel, the coach of the Colombian team. And I would like to know, of course, you are one of the favorite teams for the gold medal. And what was like when you come into a game that you know you're going to be stronger than the team in this game, like Slovakia? Which are your what you're going to train? Do you want to practice a particular tactic? How did it feel the game with Slovakia? Tell me your thoughts.
Well, for us, every match is like the last one. We try to do our best every moment. About the Slovakia, let's say we never had that kind of games in our country because they try to hold the ball all the time. Then we have to, in the middle of the match, say, what are we going to do? And we started trying to push them out to the area. And I think it was a good idea because we could score more.
Yes, we saw that the Slovakian guys start really defending with two on the bottom, and it was quite effective because you couldn't just come and score. You know, it was we saw that it took your time to move around and to get them out of the area. So the difficulty was that they were like heavy, or what was the difficulty in moving them away?
I would say they are strong, but I mean, our secret, or everyone knows, we want to move quickly as much as possible and then try to get gaps. And we got them, and we score.
That was very successful. What's your next game?
It's against Spain on Tuesday, actually, yeah. We're going to have free day tomorrow for walking and relax.
Well, then thank you so much, and enjoy tomorrow. Gracias.